Do you want to move your life forward in the most positive way using astrology? Then let's talk about the astrological patterns for August 2021. The month begins with Jupiter back in Aquarius, getting ready to finish the transit. Jupiter will stay in that sign until the end of the year. And we also begin the month with Mars in Virgo, and Mars will remain in that sign for the entire month. So first, let's look at Jupiter in Aquarius. Remember, Jupiter is expanding and energizing this idea of the global consciousness. You know, Aquarius has two sides. Aquarius keys us into the mindset of the group energy, of humanity, of brotherhood and sisterhood and so forth. But Aquarius also carries the need to be independent, the need to be unique and individualized. And these two sometimes can be at odds. And that's what we're finding right now. We are finding ourselves in the middle of this COVID virus issue with people having very different views. Some saying, hey, let's band together. Let's all join and connect with being responsible citizens. They have that viewpoint very strongly. Other people are saying the responsible citizen should question and make up their own mind and be independent. And these are two opposing views, and they're very strong, and people are at each other's throats, unfortunately. At least that's how I'm feeling it. I'm feeling people arguing with each other, and it's very sad to me. I don't know the answer to this, but Jupiter in Aquarius for the remaining part of 2021 is certainly going to energize this. And we had a full moon in July in Aquarius, and we're going to have another full moon in August in Aquarius. In July it was at 0 degrees, and this month in August it's at 29 degrees. That says something very, very important, and that is, how can we find harmony globally? We may not be able to right now, but we're really looking at how are we connected. And in my mind, this Aquarian signature is saying, please remember, we are all learning, growing souls, and we are connected even if we don't see things in the same way. Be ready. I'll talk about the full moon in Aquarius more in a moment. Let me talk about Mars in Virgo for the entire month. And here we see the driving need to sanitize. But Mars in Virgo, if we use it at the highest level, the highest potential, then we key into service, and certainly we key into keeping things clean, and that's beautiful. But the shadow side of Mars in Virgo is very critical energy, and this is when the editorial eye looks for what is wrong instead of what's right, and either internalizes self-criticism or projects it onto others. So we need to be really careful, especially because later this month, Mars and Mercury will conjunct in Virgo, and that can be critical energy projected. That can be sharp-tongued criticism and sarcasm floating around in the air. Of course, we want the higher level, which is humility and service being communicated. Okay, what you can do with Mars in Virgo is clean your house, clean your body, eat healthy food. That's a great use of Mars in Virgo. But just remember to pay attention to the shadow side, which is criticizing for the sake of criticizing. On August 8th, we have a new moon in Leo, and this one is very, very important because it is connected to the Lionsgate portal, which happens at 8/8. The configuration of planets at that time, they're really, really intense, and it has to do with freedom. It has to do with humanity. What I would say to you is watch my new moon in Leo video. I'm going to go more in depth about it there, but pay attention to creating harmony within your own system, because it's going to be some pretty volatile energies at that time. And you want the freedom in your consciousness to create your own state of mind and decide how you feel, not to be just impacted by the energies that are bombarding you. The next lunation in August is the full moon in Aquarius. Remember, we already had a full moon in Aquarius in July, but that was at 0 degree, the very beginning of the sign. Now we have it at 29 degrees. This is a very powerful full moon because the moon will be conjunct Jupiter in Aquarius, opposite the sun at 29 Leo, and 29 Leo is a fixed star Regulus energy. And what that means is that 29 degrees Leo keys into what's called the royal degree, the heart of the lion. Bottom line here, with this full moon in Aquarius on August 22nd, we get to understand the correct use of authority, the correct use of power, and how we manage that within ourselves and how we view it in other people, the correct use of ego. And we get to decide if we're going to become bossy and arrogant, or we're going to take it to a higher level mixed with heart chakra energy of lovingness. The energies will be pretty potent in the world at that time. Observe but not absorb, and be very clear about how you use your own authority and confidence. What an amazingly powerful month we have in August. So to summarize these incredible astrological energies, just remember Jupiter in Aquarius for the rest of this year, but really being very, very strong in August, is keying into our need to think on a global level, to think in terms of humanitarian values. But we are all individuals. We can be connected, but we don't all have to think in the same way. Remember, Mars will be in Virgo the entire month. Really focus on being clean in your diet, in your habits, in your house. Then that new moon at the Lion's Gate on August 8th in Leo, such a potent time. Walk your talk carefully and powerfully, and remember to add the value of love in everything you do. Energies are going to be strong. Okay, people are feeling this need to be free. Watch my new moon video for more information on that. And then August 22nd, the second full moon in Aquarius, again keying into how can we be connected in humanity? How can we love each other and still respect that we may not see things in the same way? Get ready, because August sets up a pattern of energy for us to be clear so we can manage what's coming in September through March of 2022. Those are very strong astrological patterns. I'll be talking about them in my next videos with you and in my newsletter. So I'm sending you Leo heart chakra love, and I hope that you radiate that to the entire world and that you shine with your own confidence and lovingness this month. Thank you. I'm Kathy Rose.